back for round 2, and realistically, I'm not going to mulligan a hand with 2 Ribbons of Night. It has kind of perfect mana, and sorry, people are talking to me. So I can't really say no to it, can I? Keep. On the draw, sadly, but hopefully I'll draw a Signet or something. When I say perfect mana, I mean all 3 colours, but not really that perfect. I guess double black is the most relevant of the double colours. I'm not sure I have any double blue apart from Train of Thought, but oh, there we go, double blue anyway. Don't think it matters which land I play first, so pop down the island. My opponent's name is My Fist, Your Face. Pleasant person, that is. All caps. Rage, rage, rage. Into the Magic Online. Stinky. Let's have a stinky battle. I see your stinky. I raise you a drift of phantasms. No, sorry, a stinky. If my opponent attacks, I'll probably take the trade. There's not much that attacks 3 drift of phantasms, so I don't run the risk of them playing a bigger creature. They don't even offer the trade. In which case, I guess I'll attack. I think the fact that they didn't play a land suggests that they want to block because they know they're not going to win the race, but who cares? I'm not going to waste a Galvanic Arc on a stinky. Oh no. They're just not attacking or blocking. They should read my an article I wrote recently in which I said you should always attack or block with any given creature in any given turn. Obviously there are exceptions, but a creature may as well not be there if it didn't attack or block, so yeah, if you're not going to block, just attack. At this point, I don't really think I can lose the game because whatever creature my opponent makes is just going to die to Ribbons, and that applies for the next 2 creatures. And they're not doing anything? I guess that's a good tactic against Ribbons. I'm happy to race because obviously I've got 8 life gain cards. Well, 8 life worth of life gain in my hand, so. Is there, no? I was going to say, is there an end of turn something? But I'm not sure if there is anything that costs 3 and you can cast in the end of turn in Ravnica. My opponent's still pipping away. I'm happy to keep taking. I guess actually, I was going to say it might be worth me just Galvanic Arcing. I'm going to have to kill that Stinkweed Imp eventually because Sanguine Praetor will need to get through, but okay, that's interesting. Because they've just killed my Stinky, which I'm not too bothered about. In which case I might just Ribbons of Night their Stinky just to give me something to do next turn. But then I don't really need to. I might Galvanic Arc it. I don't know, I'll think about it, I'll see what happens. I'll see what I draw. I could just dredge it back. Yeah, you know what, I think that's a play. I'm just going to dredge it back. See what I lost out on. Pretty good draws. Never mind. That's one of my win cons gone. So the reason they douse, I just realised the reason they douse and gloomed even though they didn't really need to is because they had a bounce land, so if they didn't they would have had to discard. So they needed to get a card out of their hand. Blind Hunter I can live with. They're probably just going to die. Yeah, I think I'm just going to kill it just so I can draw a card. I know you're not supposed to wait on removal if you don't absolutely need to do it, but I would just rather draw the card and then play the Sanguine Praetor next turn. Make a Rot Farm. And bash. Bash for 1, still winning the race. Oh no, I'm not winning the race. How am I not winning the race? I don't understand. I guess my opponent drained for 2, but I just gained 4, so we should be on about equal. I don't know. Dimmer Guild Mage, that is a scary prospect. It's probably just going to die though. Going to make me discard, I think. Yeah, discard one of these swamps. Oh, I've just noticed. Galvanic Arc on a Stinkweed Imp is actually really good, isn't it? I'm just wondering if keeping mana untapped is relevant. Yeah, and because I'm not attacking, I guess I can just... Yeah, I guess I can just pass. So, sorry, I'm not. When I say I'm not attacking, I'm not racing anymore. So, I guess I just pass, right? Yeah. I don't want to play lands just because they might have Ribbons of Night or something. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I've got 7 lands, so I can just make the Praetor with 8. And I don't want to lose either of these 2 cards to Strands of Undeath or similar effect. Absolve Thrall, fine. Annoying, but fine. My opponent's attacking, I'm just going to block here so I can plop down Praetor. They'll probably dredge back Stinkweed Imp, and then I'll Ribbons of Night in and get in for 7. Then I can, if they do dredge it back again, I can just trade my Drift of Phantasms for it off Praetor's ability. So I don't want to dredge this time. Oh, well that kills it as well. But for now, let's just make a 7/5 and pass. My opponent had F6 there, so they don't have another Dowsing Gloom or similar. They don't have a Mortify or Dowsing Gloom or something like that. Or they probably wouldn't have F6'd. I think they might have even cast the Mortify if they had it. F6, if you don't know Magic Online, is just pass priority to everything. If you just press it during a turn, you basically just say, I have absolutely nothing. That is the Noblesse button, unlike F8. F4 is another trick as well. I don't use it as much, but F4 you have to press each turn you want it applied, but it passes all priority until your opponent does something. Ah, that's annoying. I guess I still don't need to cast these lands, so I'll just leave it at that. My opponent and I are just going to stare each other down for a while now. Given that my Dragonauts and Stratozeppelin both went to that Stinkweed Imp, there's actually a reasonable chance I just can't win this game now. Junk Troller. Very nice. Might just get decked now. Sure. Well, I guess. I'm not going to fear the decking. I need to get myself out of this pickle. No, I still don't want to dredge. Still don't want to dredge. Still don't want to dredge. Okay, well I can try and deck my opponent slightly quicker now with that Lurking Informant. They've got 3 cards in hand, so Consult isn't ideal now, but I think I might just do it anyway. I don't know if they're hoarding lands or anything, but I don't know if I'll get a better chance, and I don't want to draw too many cards myself, just because, like I said, I don't want to get decked. So I'm just going to make my opponent discard 2. Let's see what they pitch. Oh, well, that was a good hit. Disembowel and Conclave Equinox. So I wonder what their last card is. Probably a good one. Yeah, I'll just make the Lurking Informant and pass. Still keeping 2 cards just in case. 2 lands, sorry, just in case. Oh, we're about to find out what the last card is. Scatter the Seeds. Interesting keep. Especially considering it's not really doing that much right now. Well, I've just thought of a win condition. Vidal can dismiss it on my own Sanguine Praetor is a way of taking this game at this point. Again, I'm just not going to fear the decking, I think, and just draw 3 cards here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Replicate twice. And oh, it didn't ask me to tap the mana, it just used what was in the pool. Magic Online's usually a bit weird about that. It doesn't seem, for some reason, it doesn't like to use mana in your pool. I'll just make a land rather than a Boilerwork so I can actually use Lurking Informant, and I'll probably just inform my opponent. Inform myself about my opponent, I guess. I can take some damage next turn, I'm not too bothered. Do I want to put it in the graveyard? So this is difficult because I am likely going to get decked here, but I think given that Drunk Troller is a thing, I am not going to win the race. Although I do have another Compulsive Research in my deck. No, I don't. I've used them all. Yeah, I'm just going to say no. I'll just let them keep it. And F6 as well, because there is a chance that I do get timed out as well, because I'm talking through everything I'm doing. Put Conclave Equinaut back into their deck. Ah, I forgot to block. Never mind. Pay more attention, please. Just make this drift. Probably not good informant this time because I am actually getting down to a life where I might lose. Really wish I had Pyromatics here. Turns out it might have been good after all. So yeah, looking at the cards in libraries, I only have 9 left. If my opponent has any kind of mill, Vigor Mortis, what's this? It comes in with additional. So what are they targeting? Stinkweed Imp. Okay, I can live with that. I'll probably Ribbons of Night it without drawing a card. I know that sounds bad, but no, you can keep that. Ah, well that works. 1, 2. I don't have enough mana to do it and recast it, do I? So I will just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Just wondering if I don't need. Just wondering if I needed to use my mana this turn before I tap it, but I've got 11, which is 9 for appeal and 2 for informant, so that's fine. My opponent plays the planes that I gave them. I'm going to take 2 damage. And then I'm going to repeal my own creature. What's happening? I'm repealing the right thing, aren't I? Yeah, pay 9. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Unideal because it draws a card, but I can live with that. I do not want to draw Stinkweed Imp. Ogre Savant, that keeps Stinky at bay as well. And then I will just check what my opponent has. Put this in the graveyard. No. That also kills Stinkweed Imp. I have a lot of ways of killing Stinkweed Imp at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I know they're drawing a what's the word? A land. So I don't need to worry about that. And I'll just play a land, just because the chance of them actually having discard at this point is fairly low. So they probably just won't attack with Dinky here. I don't need to kill it. The danger of me killing it is that they just dredge back and then they don't draw that land. So I can pass, they probably won't attack, and then I just Ogre Savant it back, then I can Steam Core Weird it. So this is actually working out quite well for me. I think I'll probably also kill these Saprolings. Oh, they're attacking. Trying to erase me, huh? So yeah. Kill the Saprolings. 1, 2. Actually, I don't need to do that yet. I'd rather just look at their top card of their library. Cremate. I think that's fine. Put this card into graveyard, no. Although, they're going to draw a card off it, so I might as well, just to mill them a bit. I guess, yeah, I do. Still don't want my Stinkweed Imp, so just clear these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on. Please, just kill them. And I'll bash. Because I don't know my opponent's top card, I'm just going to look at it now. Putrefy. Would I put this in graveyard? Yes. Very much yes. So Putrefy is now quite a long way down. Good, my opponent didn't attack, so I can start bouncing it. So I'm just gonna Ogre Savant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bounce that and attack for 7. Bash. Play land and pass. Oh no, I don't know their top card. That's annoying. I can stop in their upkeep. That's fine. Disembowel. Put this card in the graveyard. Yes. Good job I did that as well. I cannot afford to lose this Sanguine Praetor. If it dies, I lose. That's just a fact. Golgari Guildmage could be an issue. So I think what I will probably have to do is kill it with Ribbons of Night. I don't have any... Oh, I do have... No, I'll just kill it with Lurking Informant, actually. But as in by sacrificing my Lurking Informant. More removal is good. So I'll inform myself... Oh, no. Oh, that's so annoying. Oh, that's annoying. I just skipped through my combat. That is annoying. I can't attack now because Stinkweed will block. I might lose because of that. Very frustrating. Brain Spoil must go in the graveyard, please. And speaking of Brain Spoil, I'll probably just kill this. 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, I want to just tap as much blue as possible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I'm doing this all wrong. I think Lurking Informant's actually really useful to have in play, so I'm just gonna kill the guild mage the usual way, the standard way. So they're going to put a counter on. Oh no, so they're returning their Conclave Equinaut. That makes sense. I think I just have to pass. Or make a land and pass. Conclave Equinaut can die to Dismisser, so my plan now is to draw Dismisser, put Drift of Phantasms or Ogre Savant or something like that on top. And then... Oh, poo! Castigate is really bad. Because it kills one of my ways of killing Stinkweed Imp. I'm so annoyed I missed that attack last turn, because it actually genuinely might cost me the game. I also just can't attack with Praetor now because, yeah, I'm going to lose because of this. That's really frustrating. Can't attack with Praetor because I'll just block. I guess I'll attack with Savant. No, that doesn't do anything. No, I'm just going to lose. It's really frustrating. There's nothing I can do. Not enough cards in my deck. Like, I would have won in the long run, but I just don't have enough cards in my deck now. Now I've got 10 minutes left. Ah, that's so frustrating. I really hope I don't lose the match because of that. I need to focus more. Oh, I'd forgot about the last gasp. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's kill that Stinkweed Imp. Let's attack with some stuff. Hopefully they double block the Praetor. Yeah, that looks like it's happening. Okay, so I might still be able to win this. I'm really not sure. I haven't done the maths. So assign that order and then last gasp this. And then look at your top card. And it puts in a graveyard. Yes, very much so. Absorb Overthrow has no targets to destroy. So there is still a chance I win, I think. I've just worked it out. So next turn I'll be dealing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 through combat damage. It really depends on what my opponent's drawn. Okay, I'm dead. Sacrifice a creature, destroy each creature. Yeah, I think I'm just dead now. That is frustrating. Because I can dismiss it, obviously, but then I just don't have enough combats to win. So I can put it on top and attack for 1, 2. I just don't have enough time. That's really frustrating. So I think Sewer Dreg is definitely something to bring in here. I just need to be able to win the game. Probably don't need 2 Drift of Phantasms. My opponent's deck doesn't seem very aggressive. Is there anything else I want? Probably not. I think that's probably fine. Like I was saying, Perplex is only good in the late game, so Yeah, I don't really think that's worth doing. So I'll just leave this as it is and submit like that. Okay, so just to warn you, the sound quality may have changed. I was holding my microphone before, but that means I can't use F2 and similar shortcuts. So what I've done is I've put the microphone, I've attached it to my shirt, and I'm now trying to be efficient with my play just so I can try and recoup some time on the clock. So I may talk through things less just because I don't want to lose on timeout. That would be a shame to have to do on a video. Tricky with consult next stages here because I kind of want to draw cards, but then I'd have to discard. I also kind of want to kill that, but I can't just yet. Do I just make my opponent discard 2? Possibly do, actually. Yeah, just to get cards out of my hand, otherwise I'll just have to discard next turn, which is annoying. I'm just going to get my opponent to discard 2 cards. This way I get, if I do draw another 3-drop, I can just play it and then play a bounce land, and then the action starts at 5. Discard a Stinkweed Imp and a Disembowel. It's quite a good discard to get. Hopefully they play more blue and or black creatures so I can Cleansing Beam. There we go, there's another one. Rot Farm. They make me discard here. I'm really not sure what I'll get rid of. It might actually be Ogre Savant. I think that's the worst card in my hand at the moment, which sounds odd, but pretty sure that's the case. Okay, so I think, yeah, what I'll do is just Cleansing Beam this. Actually, I'll do it in their upkeep. Yeah, Cleansing Beam. Don't actually know what this does. Dies for target creature card from your graveyard. Okay. Yeah, I think that's right, actually. I don't really mind if the Dimir Guildmage comes back, so that's actually fine. Then I can just Ogre Savant it as a tempo play. Because they're obviously mana screwed, so I'm fine to just, yeah, bounce this. Regain some of that tempo. As in, sorry, some of that time on the clock. As in, I just need to kill them as quickly as possible. And this is quite a good start to do that. As you can see, bounce lands are insane. I've got 3 lands and 6 sources, so my hand is all spells. And now I can, I guess, last gasp this and play a Strato Zeppelid. And hopefully win this game very quickly. Yeah, my deck is insane. I really hope I don't lose, because in game 1 I was just playing really just really sloppily. I guess trying to do commentary, that's going to happen, but it is very much a shame if I do lose because of that. So I can make Sewer Drag and Stinkweed Imp here, which is exactly what I'll do, and the next turn I can draw some cards, or kill a creature, or both. Come on. I don't know why it makes you count all the mana. It's quite frustrating when it does that. They have drawn the 4th land. Hopefully it's not going to have any bearing on the game. Face Fetters on my Sewer Drag, so I guess I will remove Stinkweed Imp. Train of Thought, replicate once. 1, 2, 3, 4. Trigger is fine. I draw. I draw some crap. And attack, and F6. interesting my opponent hit Sewer Dreg there, because the 4 life is actually relevant to them, and I mean, I don't know realistically if they are going to be able to block the Stratos Epilid. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they did that. I'm sure they have their reasons. Disembowel on Stinkweed Imp, I'm absolutely fine with. Do I want it back? I probably do, actually. Yeah, it's a clock. 1, 2, 3. Smash with that. Let's see what I lost. Galvanic Arc would have been good. Reduct and Dismiss would have been good. Drift and Phantasms wouldn't, so I don't mind too much about that. Dimmer House Guard is fine. I'm definitely not going to target that with Ribbons of Night because it will get sacrificed. Does make my Ribbons of Night slightly worse as well because obviously anything that I target will just get sacrificed. I'm not going to play the land just in case they have a discard too. I'm just going to F6. Brainspoil's fine because I still have a Stinkweed Imp. And I'm going to attack with my Stinkweed Imp, and hopefully that's a game. Yes, it is. Whew. I don't know if I gained any time back on the clock there, but I might actually be able to win game 3 now. That one took me about 4 minutes, 3 minutes. So yeah, let's see if this works. Trying to think if there's anything else I can bring in. Nightmare Void might actually be a decent card against them. What can I take out? I think Lurking Informant is probably too slow. I don't really want to win by Lurking Informant. Yeah, I think that's fine. These are all good. Yeah, let's go with that. It's not the best hand, but don't have time to mulligan. And my opponent's deck isn't very fast, so I've got time to recover out of it. Turn 2 Golgari Guildmage is not what I want to see. I might just fire this off. Yeah, I'm just going to fire it. See if I draw something, hopefully like a Signet or something. Strands of Undeath. Could have been worse, I guess. There we go. Exactly what I wanted. Now I can actually do something with my Aegis Savant next turn. Yeah, that is fine. I'll probably just return that to its owner's hand. Well, that certainly is worse when Dimmer House Guard's in play, but I think it'll still be fine just to kill a Golgari Guildmage. Need to be careful with that Strands of Undeath because my opponent does have a lot of removal, so obviously don't want to just run into that. Interesting that my opponent didn't attack there. I think what I'll do is just play Steamcore Weird, and then they'll sacrifice it to regenerate. I can't tap my mana. They'll sacrifice it to regenerate, and I'll just pass. Because House Guard has an ability that just says sacrifice a creature. Oh, they didn't use it. I'm pretty sure they didn't use it. I can't see from the chat. Really annoying. No, they didn't use it, so I can attack. That's good. Don't know if they'll block, actually. No, they didn't. That is good. The Drunk Troller is back. In all its glory. Stratus Epilid is good. Get him for 1. I can't block this, so there's no point in keeping creatures back. It has fear. Five. Didn't actually see that much discard from my opponent, so I'm not going to do the whole keep cards in hand thing anymore. I don't really have time to be thinking about what to play around. Probably should have kept a black up to telegraph Last Gasp, maybe, but yeah, didn't want my creature to get putrefied, but never mind. My mana base is annoying me significantly here. There's not much I can do about that. I don't even think it's worth playing that Strands of Undeath now, so... Because it's obviously best played when your opponent has 2 cards in hand and they had 4, so it doesn't seem worth firing off. If they play another spell here, I'll probably do it, but they haven't, so... Rock Farm. Okay, so they have a bunch of disembowels, I know that, so if I target my Steamcore Weird or my Ogre Savant, they can't do anything. They've got Dowsing Gloom as well, so I think I'll actually use the Strands of Undeath now, so that next turn I can use my black mana on other stuff. If I get rid of 2 removal spells, that would be ideal. Dowsing Gloom. Yeah, that is fine then, so I do get rid of, hopefully, 2 decent cards. Ideally, Strands of Undeath would go on a one of my creatures that I want to keep, but I think this will have to do. Let's see what my opponent discards. 2 lands, great. They were obviously playing around it, and that is annoying. But hey, what can you do? Play around it, I guess. But yeah, if they're already playing around it, I can't really play around it as well. I think I will lead with Sewer Dreg, because that's slightly worse than Sanguine Praetor. And they're probably going to kill one of them, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Also means I can Cleansing Beam this turn as well if I really need to. And if I draw a Swamp, I can trade my Steamcore Weird for Dimir Houseguard. They stopped Drunk Trolling. I'm not sure why. Well, I guess I'll do this again. If they kill my Praetor, I have to blow that Last Gasp, but for now, I'll just play the Praetor. And just pass. Cremate I can live with. Please don't kill my Praetor. Stinkweed Imp I can live with, because I can just kill it. Oh, that's especially good. So 1, 2, 3. So I'll just kill that, I think. First Strike is obviously good against Stinkweed Imp, so I'm not too bothered. If they sacrifice and regenerate, that's fine. Yes, they sacrifice their Stinkweed Imp because it no longer does anything at this point. And I'll attack with my 7/5 First Striker. I think rather than Last Gasping that House Guard, if they do attack, I'll probably just sacrifice my Steam Core Wid to kill it with Praetor's ability. I think Last Gasp is just a more useful card to have. Yeah, so I'll just try and kill it. A 1/3 regen is really not doing anything, so happy to just lose that. I think the removal I've seen from my opponent's deck, they have Brain Spoil and they have Disembowel. I'm not sure if it's called Disembowel. The Black X spell, neither of which kills Praetor at this point. So that's actually pretty lucky for me. I could just kill that, but if my opponent puts Stinkweed Imp on top, I'm not too bothered, so I'll just attack and let them block. I might actually win this match. That would be a turn up for the books. Yeah, so they put Stinkweed Imp on top. I probably should have played my Aqueduct there, but who cares? Not that I need to, but I'm probably just going to off this. I'm going to have to do it eventually, because it is going to be a blocker eventually, so I'd rather just do it before I take loads of damage. And I don't need a Cleansing Beam just yet. I might get to hit an extra target next turn. My opponent might just be trying to time me out at this point. They can just keep dredging. Yeah, it looks like that's what they're going for. Which, to be honest, I'm happy with. Oh, they've got Golgari Thug. I didn't realise that. Although it doesn't really make a difference, does it? No. Because as soon as I draw a creature that has 2 or 3 converted mana cost, I win the game. Because I can kill and then kill again with Cleansing Beam. So I'm going to F4 now, just because I only want to react when I need to, or when I can, sorry. I don't know what I'm saying here. Oh, Blind Hunter, forgot about that. Still dead to 2 attacks from Sanguine Praetor though, luckily. So I'm just going to let them haunt here. Ah, interesting. I think that might have been the misplay that loses them the game, because if they now dredge back, I imagine they're going to dredge back. Yeah, so they dredge back Golgari Thug, play it, and I just kill both creatures. Yeah, I think that was a misplay. Although I guess they weren't winning anyway. Draw, see what I draw, nothing, so I'll just try and kill both. I guess it's better to kill this first. What I should have done is targeted my Sanguine Praetor. Because if my opponent can't have removal for the Sanguine Praetor, that was a huge misplay, because if they have Disembowel now, they still have a chance. Oh, my opponent says GG. Everything's fine. Yeah, that was a misplay, because if my opponent has Disembowel, they can target it and then the Cleansing Beam Radiance doesn't happen, but if I just targeted my Praetor, I know they don't have removal for it, so it definitely would have resolved, and yeah, all their creatures would have died. And I need to make sure I actually attack this time. Which I forgot at some point in the last game, or in the first game. Whew, that was a match and a half, and I'm glad I won it eventually, so yeah, I'll see you in the final.